Am I visible to you? Somebody, anybody, tell me. Am I visible? Yes. Screwball? Screwball! Okay, let me get Screwball back. Let me get everybody back. Screwy, where are you? Help me, Screwball. Screwball, help me. Calling Screwball. Screwy.
Wait, did you say blame Screwball?
No, I said help me. Help me, Screwball, help me.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yes.
On live stream. I could have sworn you said blame Screwball.
No, I said help. Help.
Okay.
Okay, let's get Heidi back. I think we fixed it. Heidi.
Hello?
There she is. I think we fixed it. It needed a reboot.
Oh, yay.
Yes. So we're back finally. Derpy's put back in the closet. Again. Actually, Derpy just came to the door. My wonderful, beautiful girlfriend, Amy, home from work. Hi, baby. Come over and give me some sugar. Give me some sugar, baby. Come over here. Love you. Absolutely.
Hug, but
yes.
not a kiss from me.
Hugs and kisses from Heidi, by the way.
Hugs and kisses.
Hugs and kisses. Yes. So we're back. Hopefully it stays this way. Hopefully. Just needed to reboot the computer and kick it really hard one last time. And we're back with Heidi of Bronies, the musical. Yes. So with that, need to like get the heart rate down back in here where I have to get my script up because trying to get these guys back on the phone. So I forgot to put my script back up. You know, we're professionals around here. We're professionals. We have scripts and things. Yes, if you believe that, I've got a bridge in Manhattan to sell you. Cheap too. But anyway, we're back. Heidi, again, producer of Bronies the Musical, winner of Hollywood Fringe Festival's Best Musical, Producers Encore, and Golden Director Producers Award, as well as 5 other nominations. Awesome show. Producers Heidi Powers and Tom Moore, composer Joe Green. Joe couldn't be with us tonight because of scheduling conflict, but we do have Heidi. So we're going to soldier on, as it were.
I'm super happy to be here.
I'm super happy that you are here. Super happy. Happy. And now that we're going to get everything back where it should be so I can go on with the show. Here we are. Beautiful. There's my notes there. Okay, awesome. So, because we didn't get to, I think, any questions last week, we're going to start over from the top. From the very top. We're going to do it live. And the first question is, what are some of the cartoons and comics you watched or read as a child or are still watching to this day?
Oh gosh, well, I love so many cartoons. I actually was a first-gen My Little Pony owner.
Oh boy.
Yeah, had cotton candy and the barn with the top that flipped up. So there are actually pictures of me as a brony as a child. So
nice.
So of course I love that.
Of course.
And obviously, Friendship is Magic is a total delight and makes me just feel warm and
happy.
Yes, exactly.
Does it warm the cockles of your heart?
It does.
Maybe
especially when they're chilly.
Maybe down in the subcockle area.
Yeah.
Near the kidney.
Coccular, yes.
Yes. Nice.
And then, gosh, so much. I was a huge fan of the Muppets. And so, having written a show with puppets in them, I was so thrilled to get like a real puppeteer in Los Angeles to make the puppets for us.
Sweet.
He did the puppets for the Community episode, the Puppet Community episode, and the Puppet Simpsons episode, and he did our ponies. And like to be there, like there was a moment where I got to like hug all 4 pony puppets at once, and
nice.
I might have died. But the 5-year-old in me that watched the Muppets obsessively, like, was as joyful as I've ever felt. Like
little squee coming up.
Yes, there was much squee in my heart.
Awesome. Let's go on. What are your favorite musicals?
So many. I like kind of weird ones. That speak to outsiders because I've always felt like an outsider. So, like, Little Shop of Horrors has a great sort of outsidery feel, and a lot of Sondheim musicals like Sweeney Todd,
right,
and Sunday in the Park with George, and Into the Woods, all of which really are referenced in My Little Pony,
right.
which was like my first connection point. Like, oh my gosh, are they parodying Sondheim?
Yep.
And so we even wrote that into the show because it was too huge of a breakthrough for me to like realize exactly why people loved it, because they're such interesting, obscure references that, you know, the majority of people won't get, but the people who do get it are going to be over the moon.
Cool. What was the initial inspiration to use us, being the Brony community, as a backdrop for a show dealing with such a serious issue called as bullying?
Honestly, we were introduced to My Little Pony by my niece and nephew, who are teenage Bronies. They sat us down over the holiday and said, you have to watch this, you have to watch this. And so we watched it, and it was delightful. And just as fun as it was to watch the show, it was fun to watch them feel so passionate and alive and enthusiastic about it. And it reminded us very much of our various nerdy outlets. And it became sort of a way to talk about bullying and how people who are different are often the most interesting people to talk to and be around, the people that I want in my life. And I was super fascinated, not just by the passion and the fandom and the creativity that My Little Pony inspires, but also just the strength of a community. You guys are so generous to so many different causes and to each other. You guys are standing up for your interests, which are not your typical societal sort of mandated gender interests.
Yes.
You recognize that the show is great, and it doesn't have to. You don't have to be the target audience to enjoy something that is good.
We're definitely doing our best.
Yeah, and so all of that inspiration sort of wrapped together for us to start writing the show.
Nice. The use of puppets in this show isn't a new trick to theater. Look at Lion King for one show. But being able to sing, dance, hit your marks, and puppeteer at the same time, was it hard to find actresses who could do all of that at the same time, actually?
Of course, because you've got these particular characters. To explain, our pony characters are not just sort of an homage to four of the ponies from the show, but they're also sort of a Greek chorus of diva goddesses. So you've got crazy belting numbers like Dreamgirls or Little Shop, and then you've got them doing pony voices with the puppets. So it's a huge range, and we've been very lucky with both versions of the show with really talented people. But in general, we're lucky in Los Angeles. It's kind of an embarrassment of riches whenever we have auditions. I feel grateful that I'm a writer and not an actor, because there's just so many people it comes down to who has the essence of the character you're looking for, not who's talented, because everyone who's out and looking really, it boils down to, if they believe in themselves and they put themselves out for auditions, they're pretty chock full of talent.
That's cool. Let's see. Let me get to this next question. We see 4 of the ponies in this production, but we're missing 2. We're missing Honesty, Applejack, and we're missing Magic of all, Twilight, who's like the main character. Were they left out because of the way the story went? Or was there a reason we don't do all 6 characters?
Yes, there is some it may seem crazy to leave those 2 out, because of course we love those 2. Technically, we like to think that they're sort of in there, that 2 of the characters, the other 2 Bronies, represent those 2 ponies a bit. But we had these ideas for varying Bronies, because obviously, as you know, the world of Bronies is so diverse. There's all kinds of people who love the show. And we wanted to reflect, someone who is sort of a loner, and someone who is sort of a golden boy who it's hard for him to express his love for the show, because he has all these expectations put upon him by the people, and an artist who wants to create but feels penned in by his circumstances. So we wanted to provide a pony guide for each Brony that would provide the thing that was missing in his life. So that's why we ended up with sort of shy but deeply kind yellow pony, quote unquote, for the loner because he needs kindness, and that's why the uber creative, sophisticated white pony, quote unquote, is the artist's muse because he needs to believe in himself as an artist. And man, I love Twilight Sparkle as a bit of, as a book geek and a reader myself. I certainly, feel a lot like her. And she's so important to the show that I think part of the reason we didn't include her was because she is so central in the pilot. But also we have this DJ character named Keith who on the surface might look like he might be, inspired by Vinyl Scratch, but truthfully, he's the magic in the show. He talks to, he's able to see and mention the pony spirits. He's able to sort of connect people and make, magic happen. So he's sort of our Twilight Sparkle. And then Hank, the comic book shop owner, who is, honestly, we've told you before, but is in part inspired by you and in part inspired by Applejack because Hank really brings the honesty to the people he's talking to and sets them straight and actually owns the Apple comic store and wears Applejack's symbol on his the cutie mark on his shirt. So they're secretly tucked in there if you look closely enough. They're not in pony goddess form.
Right. They're there. But they're there. In the last few tweets we got out of you guys, it seems that you've been getting some pushback from old school Hollywood. It's like, oh wow, Bronies, that's kind of weird. How's that been going for you guys? Now it's been another week. I know last week we got a lot of really great writing from the reviewers down in LA. But how's it been going this week?
Yeah, we've been really excited about the reviews who have come. We're rated 100% sweet on Bitter Lemons, which is LA theater scenes, sort of Rotten Tomatoes. But of late, it's been a little harder to reach out to them because they're confused about what bronies are. And I know that pretty much every brony experiences this too. That like, no, I'm a human being, and the story is about human beings, and it's, I like the show. I like My Little Pony because it is full of joy and thoughtful lessons and flawed characters, and we sought to make the musical the same way. And it's funny to me that we're sort of having to defend the musical to people who haven't seen it the way that bronies have to defend the show to people who haven't seen it. Yeah,
there seems to be a nice correlation there. It's like, Bronies the musical? I don't see how you could do that. It's like, and then we do the same thing. It's like, have you watched the show? It's like, you keep saying these things about the 80s show, but you haven't watched the modern show, and you're just basically making assumptions, which is making an ass of you. There you go. But,
the trick is that they definitely think it's a children's show.
Yeah, we have to, no, it's not a children's show, people. It's about bullying.
Super not. We had to recommended for audiences 13 plus because there's definitely language. We wanted to reflect the reality of a high school bullying situation, which is not G-rated.
Not even close to G-rated.
In fact, our language is maybe, it's definitely PG-13 / our language because it, we wanted to reflect the truth of it. But it's, even our show is not as vile or violent as real bullying can often be.
No, not even close. It was bad enough, but no, not even close. Tell us your favorite moments from the cartoon. Well, I'm sure you watched a lot of it during your research.
Oh yeah, I watched all of it.
Yes, so you watched all of it. Awesome. So give us some of your favorite moments from our favorite show.
Well, I'll tell you. So truthfully, my heart pony. If I had a spirit pony, if I had a diva goddess, Pink Pony would be my diva goddess guardian angel, because I tend to be sometimes serious or focused, or I work really hard to make my writing work and to produce it, and I sometimes forget to bring joy into my life. And the moment, I think it is in Green is Not Your Color, is that the name of the episode, where it is related to the Pinkie Pie swear, the cupcake in my eye. She pops out of the bucket of sponges, and and like it's just such a non sequitur. It's so absurdist that I must have rewound it like 4 or 5 times. It just killed me. Like she hits my sweet spot.
Nice.
And so many Pinkie Pie episodes are my favorite, but I also love all of the Apple family. They remind me of my own family, and I love all of the musical parodies, the At the Gala parody, and actually, I think honestly, my favorite song ever is the dress song when Rarity is designing a woman's dress, which is a parody of a Sunday in the Park with George song, and like just bowls me over, the creativity.
Yes.
And of the later episodes, I didn't initially love them, but the Cutie Mark Crusaders have really grown on me. They're so adorable.
Yes, they're getting there, aren't they?
Yeah.
At the beginning, they were kind of annoying, but now they're like, they want you start rooting for them. It's like, they're going to get their cutie marks at some point, right? You know, writers, you're not going to string them along until they're like 22. You know, you're going to get this, come on.
Don't make them blink
Don't make
forever.
them, no. So,
then,
what about Rarity Takes Manhattan? We're on the same page.
Yeah.
Rarity Takes Manhattan.
Yeah. As a girl who always, like, whenever, I grew up in a small town, and whenever we drove into a big town and I could see the skyline, I was like, it made me feel alive. So that's why I moved to a big city. And Rarity's trip to Manhattan and seeing the Sound of Music parody, like all of that just made me giddy. Yeah,
Rarity's Reprise, where she sings about, giving everybody a hard time. And it's like, it's pure Hollywood, it's pure Broadway musical, right?
Absolutely.
You sing the exposition. And it's like, wow, it was really cool. It gave me chills, actually. It gives me chills now, thinking about her singing it.
It's terrific.
Yes, it's terrific. With all the rave reviews coming in, do you think that the show will get a longer run? And what do you have planned as of now?
Right now, we know that we cannot have a longer run in November because the theater where we have put it up has a show that moves in the day after we close.
Okay.
But there's a possibility we might be able to open at some point next year, and the more tickets we sell this year, the better chance that will be. And we're working really hard at putting a package together to take it, if not on a whole tour, at least to a couple cities. We're definitely looking at Chicago. We're definitely looking at New York and different ways to get there, whether it's with another theater company, working with them, or with another sort of fringe festival or musical theater festival. We really want to take it to a wider audience. Not just because, it's been our heart and soul for a whole year, but because the sort of anti-bullying message and the message that it is, so important to be authentic to yourself, to love what you love and not be apologetic about it. We just want to carry that message further. And it's the kind of message that the whole Brony community carries as well, and we just want to be a part of that too.
So I'm talking to you, LA Bronies. Everybody down there in LA, you need to start spreading the word. Because I would love to be there myself, but I'm working and I'm going to Nightmare Nights Dallas, so I'm not going to be able to make a show. But everybody down there needs to get all your friends to go see this thing. And so 3 more weekends, right? 3 weekends left.
That's right.
Shows Friday and Saturday at 8, and Sundays at 3. Right.
And if you saw it at the Hollywood Fringe Festival,
which I did,
wonderful production, such a delight to have it on its feet for the first time. This production feels almost brand new, the critic says.
Okay.
And actually, I feel like it too. There's a whole different cast, completely different costumes and sets, and a full band of 4 different players. And
makes me want to go so bad.
I know, I really want you to be able to. I'm so sorry that you're working, but I'm glad that you get to go to Nightmare Nights. That'd be fun.
Yes. So I really want to see it. And of course, because of LA union laws, you can't even videotape it, correct?
That's right. We would love nothing more than to record it and be able to distribute it to everyone. But unfortunately, the union laws forbid us from doing that. But it does not forbid us from recording an album, which we are working on right now, and we should have out before the end of the year.
Soundtrack album. Christmas presents, everybody. You need to think about that. So keep an ear to their website, which is?
BroniesTheMusical.com.
BroniesTheMusical.com. Yes, so you need to double check that. Let's see. I got 2 more questions here. We talked about that. And you said Amy Keegan Rogers is coming this weekend, right?
She is.
So she's going to come see it?
Again.
Yep. And then hopefully somebody get Tara Strong down there to see the new production. So because she went to the original too.
She did. She was a delight there.
Yes. Yeah. And Mikey Vogel. Mikey. I saw Mike when I was down there because Mike
That's
Vogel
right.
showed up at the same show I was at. So
And,
Mike's got to get down there too.
Mitch was there.
And Mitch was there. Mitch is on his book tour.
Yeah.
So he's signing books. So yeah, so see, book. If you haven't gotten this book, check it out. It's Pennyroyal Academy. It's out now. It's beautiful, beautiful book. Let's see what else. Last question before we go to commercial. I'm just gonna. I wrote this like 2 weeks ago. So last question before commercial. How has the whole experience been for you guys? The show, interacting with the Bronies, people who make the show. How's it been for you?
It's really changed my life, all of our lives for the people involved, actually, I think. To be able to write about such a diverse and authentic community and really be part of that community, because the more I watched and the more I, sort of followed on websites and replied and got to know people, just the more I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And the show itself, to be able to put this, sort of explosion of joy onto the stage. I mean, granted, it's a story about bullying.
Yeah.
But beyond that, it's a story about, there's no solution to bullying. The solution is find the people who like and accept you for who you are and just focus on them. And that brings a lot of joy into my life for the people that I found in my life. And so to put that story up on its feet and see the joy in people as they leave about realizing it's so important to be authentic to yourself. Mm-hmm. And also to explain Bronies the same way that you guys have to every day, that the documentaries have, that's been a really great opportunity to be a part of that whole sort of movement.
Speaking of documentaries, A Brony Tale is going on Netflix next month. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, which you need to see that, it's an awesome show. It'll be on Netflix next month, so watch Netflix coming up. Brony Tale coming up on Netflix real soon. And with that, we're off to commercial. So as soon as we come back from commercial, we'll talk about the upcoming conventions. Not many left this year, so we'll talk about any news from them, and then we'll do some charity work. And when we're done with that, we'll get Screwball back in the call, and then you guys out there can ask this lovely lady anything you want about theater. And we'll be back in just a second. So don't go nowhere. We'll be back, I hope.
I got better things to do around here than brushing my teeth.
Dental hygiene is just so not cool. No time to brush. Must finish these dresses. Alicorns don't need to brush their teeth. I'll just use your toothpaste cannon. If you're like any of these ponies, your dental hygiene is no good. And that's why you come to Colgate's Dentistry. We guarantee clean teeth in 30 minuets or less. Now come on, say it with me, Rainbow Dash.
Ugh, brushy, brushy, brushy.
Rainbow Dash, hold still.
That's right, ponies. If you have any tartar on your toofies, you need to go see Colgate down there in Ponyville, because she'll get rid of it all for you. Just ask Rainbow Dash. I think she actually had to get a root canal because she doesn't take care of her teeth like she should, like I do. I just got back from the dentist, and they just did a nice, my teeth are so clean and happy. Look at that. Beautiful. Ding. Smiley. So make sure that you're brushing and you're flossing, or I'll send you to Colgate, and she'll get the drill out for you. She'll take it all. Pull them out. So take care of your teeth, because when you're my age and they're nice and pearly white, look at it, you're going to love it. You don't want to be old and have no teeth. Trust me, because drinking paste, not all that pleasant. But we're back. We're back. We're going to talk about convention season. Not many left. We got Nightmare Nights. We were just talking about Dallas, Texas, October 24th to 26th. New guests announced. Natasha Levinger and GM Barrow are both going to be there. GM, the writer of this book set right back here that Staring Dew is protecting for me. And on top of that, Tabitha St. Germain will be there. Britt McKillop, Amy Keating-Rajas, Heather Niffer, Josh Haber, and M.A. Larson himself, this guy, over here with this book. So, as well as Full Papers, myself, and Sherry Borland, who actually does all those plushies, White Dove Creations, will also be there. She's going to have a panel on how she makes her plushies. So if you like making plushies, you don't want to miss that one. And so don't miss out on this convention. It's going to be huge. It's going to be awesome. So make sure you check out their website, Nightmare Nights, for all the pertinent details, as it were. And then, beginning of next month, 2 weeks later, Ponyville Cider Fest, November 7th to 9th, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Guests Andrea Libman, Peter New, Michelle Kleber, Ingrid Nilsson, Maud Pie will be there. Sam Vincent, we don't see Sam very often. Black Griffin, Saber Spark, Psycho Griffo, the DJ, Colleen McDaniel, and Moi will all be there. Special events, a cider bar with both all ages and adult beverages. Adult cider beverages. A VIP cocktail hour, the Grand Galloping Gala, and an apple pie bake-off. So if you're local, make yourself an apple pie. Bring it, because I like apple pie, and I'm sure I'm going to be a judge. So I want some apple pie. Make sure you bring some. A special concert with the Creeber Band, including Black Griffin and Andrea Libman, will also be happening. So check that out. Also at PonyvilleCiderFest.com. With that is the upcoming conventions. And we are just about at it. But that's just about it. We're going to start talking about, BabsCon is coming up soon. So we're going to roll it over to next year, people. And then BabsCon will be here, and then the season 5 is going to start. And then we're going to just start it all over again. Next year is going to be huge. Huge. I'm telling you. Let's see. First things first. 2 winners of 2 prior charities have not gotten back to me. Nathan Dory, who won Kazumi a month and a half ago, and Marissa Sunshine, who won the M.A. Larson charity, have not gotten back to me. It's been about time, guys. You've got until the end of next week, Maud Pie's episode, Ingrid Nielsen. So if I don't hear from you guys by the end of the show next Monday, I'm redrawing, okay? Because people are waiting for that stuff. It's beautiful stuff, so I'm just going to redraw from those people, and I'm going to send it back out, okay? So you guys have until then. Dusty at manleysbrony.com, okay? Send me a message about it, and we'll get you your prizes. So last time, which is now 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, Rebecca was here, and Free the Children raised 635 bits. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you very much. And the giveaways for that were the stuff down here. We got the Coco Pomel towel right there. And we got the brushable Twilight Sparkle right there, because she sings for Twilight. And then we got the game cards, 5 packs of game cards. First series right there. We got dog tags, and we got a McDonald's Luna toy, and this signed Rebecca Sachet comic book right there. The Origin of Sunset Shimmer is all there for you with the names in this hat right here. So we're going to dig in this hat for a name. I think I'll take this one. Who is this one? Whoop, I don't even know. Joel Bellinger, you are the winner of this week. So contact me, Dusty at manleysbrony.com, and we'll get your shipping, and we'll get that out there. So get rid of all those names and put on my cowboy hat. Oh, I love this hat. Oh, it's beautiful. I look like Black Bart. Yep, beautiful hat. Now, moving on, we have Bronies the Musical and their charity, which is Love Our Children USA, which is a bullying charity. Bullying is serious. It has struck us close to home. No longer is it just about, he took my lunch money, or she called me a name. No, today's bullies are out for blood. They beat people. It's psychological. It's all that stuff. Driven by internet anonymity. It gets really bad out there. So these people actually go about trying to train law enforcement on what they can and can't do about this, and sometimes deadly cycles of abuse. So this is one of the top charities about bullying, and that's what we're all about. So this one is an awesome charity, and we really need to get behind this one, okay? And I know we've only got a week. We started it last week, but the word didn't get out, so the word is out now. So the charity is this for bullying. We need to stomp it out. So we're going to kick it up a notch, as it were. So for anything, if you go over to manleysbrony.com and give your bits, so you'll be in for this prize pack over here. We have, I got a number of these things from the guys over at Elusive Comics and Games, Thursday night CGG gaming group. Thanks a lot, guys. So this would be a Thai Twilight Sparkle non-wing version. Can't get these very much often because the wing versions are out now, so that one's kind of rare. So we got that. We have this Princess Celestia starter deck, CCG game, Princess Celestia starter deck right there, which is given to us by them. And then, let's see what else we got over. We have the poster and backpack from the CCG game, which were one-offs for the Canterlot Knights when it came out. So we have both of those. You can't get those unless you were at the start. So we got those. Now, I got another special thing. For anything, if you give us anything. Our good friend Charlotte Fullerton sent me a bunch of extra things when she sent me the stuff for her charity. So here in my hands is a signed script cover for one of her shows. Right there. Signed by Charlotte. This is My Little Pony, Dress for Failure, episode 014, written by Charlotte Fullerton. Locked, polished, February 26th, 2010, which was the working title of Suited for Success, which comes with the song that Heidi loves. So that is the script page signed by Charlotte Fullerton. So that's for anything, okay? You get into that pile of stuff right there. Now, if we break 500 bits, Heidi's going to kick in something, aren't you, Heidi?
I am indeed.
Tell me about it.
So we have posters for Bronies the Musical, and we're going to donate a poster signed by the entire cast of the world premiere of Bronies the Musical.
Woohoo! How do you like that, Mapples? This thing takes off like Lion King. You're going to have one of the original posters from this show, signed by the entire cast. And you know what? I might sign it too. Who knows? If she allows me to sign it, I'll sign it too.
Of course.
Well, there you go. I'll sign it too. So with that, if we break 500 bits, which is going to be easy, I'm sure we're going to do that. So I'll make sure that she sends me that poster immediately because we're going to break that easy. Easy. We're going to break that. And with that, charity is again done for this week. Tasty, tasty cider. And with that, we're looking for, you know what, Heidi? Screwball is like somewhere. He might be hiding in the rafters in the lights, somewhere in the theater. So I need you to call for Screwy. Where is he? Where's he? Screwy. Screwy. Where are you, buddy? Oh, YOLO.
Yolt.
Yolt.
James Bond did it twice. Come on.
Yes, he did, as a matter of fact. So you need to do it in like ye old English, like you're on the theater stage or something. You know?
Sorry, I was just
sorry.
paused so hardcore there.
Sorry. How do you say sorry in ye old English?
In ye old English, no, in Canadian.
Yes. Ye old Canadian. How's that?
Ye old Canadian.
Ye old Canadian.
Oh my god.
Forsooth as I am sorry that I might not have been there with my cue. I don't know, something like that.
One second, I'm just checking my game on this.
You're gaming again. God.
Wait, game. No, not game. I'm
gonna have to take that away from you, dude.
Sorry, I was fiddling around with my mic here because I'm for as long as I've had this Yeti, I still don't know how it works.
Yeah, I'm sure. But with that, I'm sure we have plenty of questions out there.
Yeah, where do I begin? Oh,
where do you begin? Plenty of questions.
Let's see. I should have prepared myself for this.
You should have prepared yourself.
I know. What's wrong with me?
I gave you a straight 40 minutes to get ready, Screwy. Come on.
Okay, so I'll bring this one first. So this one's from Richard OFR 200. Question to you, Heidi, is what was the compliment from a Brony that touched you the most? Talking about the musical, of course.
Oh, hi, Richard. Thanks for the question. Gosh, every time we had a Brony come in, it just made my heart so happy. Usually they came in Brony gear, and there's a whole part of our show that involves like full Brony cosplay. So it made me so happy to see everyone. I think the most amazing thing that we heard from a Brony was that she liked it more than Wicked. And
wow.
I know, I was like so flabbergasted because how could you like anything more than Wicked? But and also every time anyone asked for an autograph, like I never considered myself like anyone that anyone would want an autograph from, and it was just so touching, and just to be able to talk about about Friendship is Magic and the musical and hear their stories made the whole thing extra worth it.
Yes. Bronies the musical. It's better than Cats. I will watch it again and again.
I've never even seen Cats, but I've seen so many references to it in TV and stuff. So this one is from Trailblaze. How long does it take to write a song for the musical?
Hi, Trailblaze. It really depends on the song. Some of the trickier ones, like there's a song called Sad Trombone that is introducing all 3 of our main Brony characters. And that one took, I want to say, 3 weeks for us to write the lyrics and another 2 weeks to finish for our composer to write the music. But then there's some of them where we dashed out the sort of ballad for ponies to sing called The Light Still Shines. And it's an inspirational number to someone who's been bullied, reminding you that like what you have inside can still shine out even if you feel like people are trying to dampen who you are. And that one came out in 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a little crazy. You can't ever like guess how long something's going to take until you do it.
Yep.
Actually, that kind of reminds me. A question I actually have towards you is, have you guys thought about like releasing like iTunes or DVDs or something like that? I don't know if that was asked before, but I just want to be clear.
Yes, we're definitely going to be able to release the soundtrack, the cast album, which will come out before the end of the year. But unfortunately, because of the unions, we can't release the whole video because they won't let us.
Yeah. Well, unless you pay the actors a lot of money.
Yeah.
There has to be contracts and money exchanged and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and actually, I think with the LA 99 seat agreement that's in place, they don't even let you record. Period.
What?
I know.
It's crazy.
Except for the trailer stuff, which is actually coming out later this week. So
oh, cool! Awesome.
We'll send that your way.
Awesome. We'll play that next. We'll play that soon. Yes. Give that to me and we'll play it on the show.
Yay.
Yay. Next.
A lot of you are actually really loving those puppets, by the way.
Yes.
And one from Whoalicious, actually, Heidi. I'm in love with the puppets from the show. I'll try to revamp this. Do you think about selling them, or even like, is there anyone that's actually remaking those to be sold out there eventually?
Wouldn't that be amazing? I super want them myself. Like, I want them so bad. Because they're one of a kind. To have him remake them, he doesn't really do manufactured puppets, so we'd have to go with a partner who sews. But you know, if anyone out there is a partner who sews and is interested in sewing them, we would be totally up to talk with our puppeteer guy and see if he's willing to collaborate.
Yeah.
Please do.
Oh my gosh, I want them too. They're super adorable, especially in motion and in person.
Super adorbs.
Can't get over it.
Super adorbs.
No, when you guys had those puppets, did you actually like have to train yourselves to work it while you're singing?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That seems so damn hard.
It's especially because with puppetry, you have to do the opposite with your hand that you think you'd have to do. Because if you like hold your hand up right now and try to sing with it or speak with it, it feels like you're gonna close your mouth every time you say a word. Yes. But you have to open your mouth for it to look real.
Yes.
And so it's like the opposite.
So
it takes time.
No.
And on top of that, it's a bit of a Muppet puppet, so they had to get used to doing the hand and the mouth at the same time because they have a hoof on a stick like Kermit the Frog has, and so it took a lot of puppet rehearsals, but they've done a beautiful job, and now we end up mostly looking at the puppets while they're singing instead of the person and forgetting about the person, which is extra crazy because those girls are so beautiful.
No, you can't see me right now, but it's really easy for me to do that sort of thing because when me and my brother were little, we always played with puppets.
Yes.
All the time, and then so we were good with talking as with the mouths and that sort of thing. We were little, and I guess it just didn't rub off.
Yeah.
Cool.
But then also you might want to try doing that with like a push-up bra and a fancy slinky sparkly dress and heels.
Yeah, and heels.
And dancing at the same time.
And dancing.
Oh my goodness! Okay, I'm not gonna wear those.
And doing exposition.
I think you might make a great pony goddess.
Yes.
A pony goddess.
Pony goddess.
Oh my god.
I have it in my mind now. Where Screwball is in a tight slinky dress, high heels, unshaven legs.
This is a no.
And he has like grapefruits in a push-up bra, and he has Screwball on a stick. As he's like he just flits through the he flits through the middle of the show, and everybody turns and watches him like flounce through, and then goes back to the rest of the show.
Oh, I would pay money to see that.
You're gonna have to pay me money to see that. I remember one Christmas that we actually one of the girls actually see if I could actually wear heels, and these things were like 2 foot tall freaking heels. And,
Yike!
I'm sorry, but how do girls walk in those? I don't get it.
I'm a girl, and I don't know.
Next.
So this one is. Ooh, okay. So no, this one is from Trailblaze. He brings out a lot of good ones.
Yes.
To all, if you could live in any musical, screen/stage, which would you pick?
Ooh, wow, crazy.
I always love Phantom of the Opera, so I'm just gonna say that.
I maybe would say Singing in the Rain.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen that in so long.
Trying to think of a good musical, because it's sort of like there's tons and tons of great musicals out there. Sound of Music, Lion King, Wicked, all these really great singing musicals. But there's a lot of really great theater pieces too that have no singing whatsoever. So it's sort of like, okay, what would it be? I'd have to think on that one. I gotta think, because I can't just blurt out one.
Yeah, and I love Sweeney Todd, but I don't think I want to live.
No, don't want to live in Sweeney Todd's world. No.
Actually, Red Card says like the Lion King and Les. I always say this wrong. Les Mis.
Les Mis.
Yes. I would say Les Mis because
Les
I
Mis.
never say that word right. As bad as I have part French in me, I can't even speak the slice bit of French.
Yes. Next.
Let's see. Yeah. So this one, Marby Z and Trailblazer going nuts in questions. This one from Marby Z. For Heidi, what percentage of the actors and/or puppeteers are actually bronies?
That's an excellent question. It was different for both productions. We probably have a quarter of the cast that is bronies currently, and we might have had a little bit more in the fringe production. But I will say, what percent of the cast are nerds in some sort? I would say almost 100%. Even the ones who seem like they'd be super cool are goofy and adorable in real life.
Mm-hmm.
So we all have our thing that we love that makes us feel passionate.
Cool. Next.
Sorry. So this one's from Bot117, and the question for all: what are you going to do on Nightmare Night / Halloween?
Ooh.
What are your plans?
Well, we're gonna have a bit of a party here because this is the first neighborhood we've lived in that has kids. So we're gonna get candy, and we're all gonna dress up in our costumes, and we're gonna have a couple friends over. We're gonna have a Halloween party, and the kids are gonna come. We're gonna give out candy, and we're gonna have a good time and drink cider and just like let go. It's gonna be awesome.
Woo.
Yes.
How about you, Screw?
Me, I'm going over to my friend Logan's, and we're just gonna watch horror movies. we're going full out John Carpenter. We're going all out on his movies. Like,
he's the best.
I have like a DVD stack somewhere around here, but of course we're gonna watch The Thing right off the bat, and then we're gonna watch other ones. Like Virus and some of the cheesy ones, but
you should go back and do the black and white ones.
Oh, they're good.
The black and white 1940s monster movies.
Psycho also.
Psycho.
Oh, I love Psycho.
Swamp Thing. Yeah.
I love Scary.
The old Swamp Thing, not that new one.
As for me, we have a show that night. But
no.
We're gonna go out in our costumes for the show and other costumes, and go because we're right in West Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
We're a quick walk from the West Hollywood Carnival, so we're gonna look at all of the fun and crazy costumes happening in LA.
Nice. That's a fun.
What's your costume gonna be, by the way, Dusty?
I don't know yet.
Don't know yet?
Nope. I might put on the cowboy. I might put on Daring Do.
Are you gonna pull out the cowboy from our cowboy party that we had?
Yeah, I might pull out the cowboy from the cowboy party.
Oh yeah.
And I might pull out Daring Do, or I might pull out that one.
I remember when I was wearing that Assassin's Creed outfit. I might actually just dress up just for the hell of it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was wearing my Assassin's Creed outfit at that cowboy thing, and Mitch Larson was just nerdgasming over it.
Yes, he was.
He was just like, dude, that's the sickest thing.
Sick.
I never knew he was a gamer until he was just like, oh, I love your Assassin's Creed. I was just like, Mitch, I love you.
Yes. Mitch is a nerd like the rest of us.
Oh, he is.
My theory is that like everyone is secretly a nerd, at least over something.
Yeah, we're all nerds.
There's no one who isn't a nerd.
I mean, and even then, some of these guys who are like, "Oh, I'm such a macho buff guy." They're nerds over fantasy football, for crying out loud.
Right.
You'd have to be to get all those statistics in your head to play fantasy football. You're a nerd.
Wait, I saw a tweet or a post or something that was like fantasy football. It's basically Jock's version of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, it's a Jock's version of Dungeons and Dragons. It's exactly that, actually.
Totally that. We actually reference it along with our opening song is called "When You Love," and it starts out sort of like people think it's about loving people, but it turns into like referencing a bunch of different fandoms, and right there in the middle of it is the fantasy football.
Fantasy football. There you go.
They're totally nerds.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Totally
they
nerds.
don't admit to it, but they are.
They are. Next.
So this one is from
James Justice! I finally get to yell James Justice in this wonderful echoey room.
Hi, Justice.
I love it. James, where have you been?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry to those wearing earphones, but James Justice is here. What does James want to know this week?
Let's see here. So my goodness, it was just like my ears. Sorry for everyone who's lost their hearing from this.
Yes.
So question from James is, are there any musicals that helped inspired the musical as well as My Little Pony?
Ooh, that is such an excellent.
That's an awesome question.
I will actually say a little bit Sunday in the Park with George, because that talks about the creative process throughout that musical, and because we have a character who's an artist who's trying to like embrace his art, we're looking for inspiration in that way. So Sunday in the Park with George a little bit, but then also because the pony goddesses that are also the pony puppeteers are so sort of fabulous. Dreamgirls and Little Shop of Horrors influenced us, and also Hercules, which has the muse goddesses. Anything with sort of a Greek chorus helped us shape those pony goddess characters, because they're so glamorous and fantastic, and they belt like crazy. Oh my gosh, their voices.
Nice.
Sorry, I was reading.
In the middle of the show, they all need to scream James Justice. Then the whole crowd will go, "What? James Justice?"
And
Carradine wants to know, any plans to take the show on the road? We did cover that a little bit earlier, but give us a little bit of a breakdown on that.
It is a pricey thing to do to take a show on tour.
Yes.
And so we're working on raising some funds and reaching out to other producers and other companies that might be interested in helping us do that. We did do the Kickstarter, and we have saved up a little bit from that, and we got one other donor to donate toward a tour. So we've definitely we're on our way to that. And
on our way.
Right now we're researching cities, and we're looking specifically at Chicago and New York, like I said.
Yes.
And we just really want to. There's also the possibility we would love to take it to conventions, just because I think it speaks so much to the convention.
Yeah, I know it's probably too soon to think about, but BabsCon is early in the year, in the spring.
Yeah,
it's probably too early for that one.
We'd love to do that.
Yeah.
We'd have to reassemble the cast and rehearse again.
In a hurry.
But we'd love that.
Yeah.
Ooh. You need to come down to Canada.
Yeah. Oh, we want to take it everywhere. We want to take it everywhere. So
Could you imagine if Bronies the musical actually played in Vancouver?
Yes, I will.
Where the show is made, right? Everybody from DHX would be there. Everybody. And then we could put this big production of, you need to go see Bronies the musical in the city that the show is made, right?
Oh, that would be so awesome.
Would that be awesome? Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, we have high hopes.
High hopes.
It's hard as producers to like to be hopeful because there's so much that is practical that you have to plan for. But my heart is absolutely in taking it to as many people as we can get it to, because I think beyond the Brony community, people need to
see
understand what the Brony community is and have a look into what it's like to be on the receiving end of bullying and how we can fight that, if not end it, because I'm not sure we can ever end bullying. But what we can do is find communities to surround ourselves with who believe in us, and I think this show helps with that.
Yep.
I hope it does.
I hope it does. I think it does.
It does.
Oh.
Next.
I still have yet to see it, but oh my goodness, I can't wait for the music to come out. I'm gonna
Me
listen
either.
to that like crazy.
I'm totally going to be playing it because they're pretty fun.
Awesome. Ooh, so this one's right. Oh my goodness, I haven't said your name in so long. This is like Japanese. Or Chinese. I don't know. Toku Satsukuga. I'm just gonna call you Kuga.
Kuga. Hi, Kuga.
Kuga. I actually like that name. Question to all: did you like Rainbow Rocks?
Hey, yeah. It was awesome.
Have you seen it yet, Heidi?
I am so sad I haven't seen it. I'm like dying to see it.
Yes.
But I've been working so hard on the show, and we also just moved into a new place, and so I've been buried. But like I'm like gunning to see it.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be on Discovery Family Channel.
I was about to say the hub.
I just about did. It's going to be on Discovery Family Channel.
I'm a little
in
sad.
a few. I'm
hub.
sad that the hub is gone. I am very, very sad that the hub is gone, because it was basically the beginning of it all. Right, the hub came out and they had the pony and all kinds of stuff, and we don't know what's going to happen. We know that they're in partnership. We know that Hasbro has this block of time, right, within Discovery Family. So who knows what's going to happen? It's sort of like that mystical time when we don't have a season going on, right? So Pony could evaporate if it's not on TV at the moment. So we're all like really nervous.
That's actually true, because I was having a very long discussion with a few people. The only way that won't happen is because, remember, with each episode that comes out, they put it on iTunes.
Yeah.
And honestly, I usually just went to iTunes just to get anime. Well, first YouTube and then maybe iTunes. Because unlike you Americans, we don't get that sort of thing.
You don't get that stuff.
We have to go on our
live
stream,
online,
or we have to go on YouTube or something like that. So it's not like it would evaporate. It's just you wouldn't see it live.
Yeah, you wouldn't see it live.
But that doesn't bother me, because that means we can skip GAC commercials.
Yes, no GAC.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm still a little sad though.
Yeah.
I think the hub was a good.
I thought it was a good idea, and hopefully Family Discovery, tweaks that idea and makes it work. So
yes.
So
let us try to be hopeful.
Let's try to be hopeful. We're on the positive side over here. Next.
Let's see. Yeah. Where did I put you? Oh, so this one's from Shikari Speeder, my good friend Nathan. This is for Heidi. Is there a chance you allow some of us to submit some of our pony fan art your way to include in new posters and backgrounds for a musical?
Oh my gosh! If you want to submit your fan art, we would be so delighted to feature it. We already do feature a bunch of fan art and some stuff that we had commissioned. We have this artist character who we reference a couple of existing things, and we had artists like Gorick give his permission to use Pony Lisa, his rarity as Mona Lisa, Pony Lisa art, and we also had Muffin Man do a Starry Night with Pinkie Pie in it, held up by balloons. It's really cute.
Nice.
And then we also reached out to several other Brony artists to include their work in transitions. And we would love to incorporate any more fun art, because we're so inspired by all of you who are in turn so inspired by the show. I love the way it's sort of a conduit for creativity.
Yes.
So if you're interested, you send that stuff to us at broniesthemusical@gmail.com, and we'll do our best to incorporate it in ads or in the show, anything.
There you go. So everybody out there, send stuff.
Like it.
Lots of it.
Oh my goodness, yeah, you're gonna probably get a flood now.
Yes.
Sweet, that's exactly what we'd want.
Yes.
That'd be good. So this one actually from Spike Frymain. To you, Heidi. He wants to ask, have you seen Freckle Face Strawberry?
No, I have not. Tell me about this. Tell me more about this.
I don't know as much. I would have to.
Well, that would be the carving. The carving he sent to me. That's going to be for Ingrid Nilsson next month.
That's okay.
So yeah, it's in the other room, safe from prying eyes.
Wait,
until
I've seen that now.
Yes, it's the latest carving. So yes, it's in the other room waiting for next week. So.
Ooh, excellent. Well, I'll have to tune in next week, but I bet it's amazing. I'm
it is. It is amazing.
It's amazing carvings.
Makes amazing carvings.
Oh my goodness, I still have mine. It's you see right there.
Yes.
So this one is from. So this one is from Fleur Cobra. Was there any ideas for the show that had to be cut for time?
Good.
That's a very good question.
Mm-hmm.
Always we have to cut for time, especially because when it started at the Fringe Festival, usually because so many shows happen at once and like one is performed and then they move out and then the next one's performed directly right after, we had to keep it under, I think, an hour and a half was our time limit, at which it currently runs about an hour and a half. We had a lot more we wanted to do, especially with our Pegasister character, who is the love interest, but really she's a great character in her own right, like a fun, spunky, quirky person.
Yes.
And I would have loved to focus a lot more on her. What makes Bronies as a community different is that there are so many awesome guys, and they're going outside the target audience of the show, and that's fascinating to us. And there's, I think, at least from what I've seen, more bullying happening to the guys who are Bronies than the girls who are Bronies or Pegasisters, and so we wanted to focus on that. But I love Paige, our character, and I would love to focus on her more. And I also would love to have more pony on Brony songs. So like each pony has his inspirational. Or each Brony has his inspirational pony, and we have a song where they all, like one by one, meet each other, and they sort of lurk over and inspire and sort of poke them to, motivate them to do things throughout the show. But there aren't a lot of more songs with each pony and Brony pairing, and I would love to do more with that.
I just had a weird idea.
Ooh.
You know how we still have 2 ponies left, right?
Yeah.
Do a custom song for a Brony from the audience. Just, do an Applejack song or a Twilight Sparkle song, and then bring in a Brony out from the audience and have the Greek chorus girls sing with an Applejack or a Twilight puppet to them.
That would be so fun.
And that would be like, an encore kind of thing.
Oh, I love that.
You like that idea?
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Do I have to pay you for that idea?
Tickets.
Okay.
Tickets.
Well, tickets are yours whenever.
Okay. No problem. Next.
Oh, actually, Spike Fireman posted me saying that it's actually a play written by Julian Moore about bullying on redheads, is what that was.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
And now I have to look into that.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that one.
No, I haven't seen it, but I definitely will look into it.
Okay.
Thank you for the recommendation.
Cool. I will definitely check that out. What if it's on YouTube or something? If someone has actually done. Let's see here.
Hold it.
Yeah.
Joe, is that you? Joe, come in, Joe. Let me check the frequency. Okay, I think I'm pulling you in. Okay. Yes, I have you. Joe Stevens, live through the mirror from Ponyville, the news desk in Ponyville, is here. EQI is live right now.
Thank you, Dusty Cat. This just in! Twilight Sparkle has discovered a magical book that will allow her to travel to another world. No, not the Power Ponies comic book. Twilight already knows about that book and has found its great way to dispose of unwanted garbage in Sweetieville. While sucked inside the vortex of plot device that is the Power Ponies comic book, Twilight Sparkle discovered another magic book that sucked her inside. Once on this level, she discovered a talking rabbit in a suit and a queen suffering from Tourette's. She was now in a second level of book dimensions, a book within a book, if you will. Time passed more slowly, secrets were found, loud music was everywhere, and budgets quadrupled. In short time, Twilight sought another magic book within this book, finding a book within a wardrobe that led to a snow-covered landscape where she met a queen who liked to give out candy to children, and another book that led to a fourth book within a book. Here she came face to face with Leonardo DiCaprio, and things started to get confusing when he tied Twilight to a railroad track. Unreliable sources have confirmed that Twilight Sparkle woke up when Pinkie Pie threw her off the side of a building. With her eyes askewed and wondering if the experience was real, if she was real, or if it was wise to eat those oatcakes Zecora had given her, Twilight was asked to comment on her experiences, and she quoted, "We have to go derper. I'm Joe Stevens, and this has been a news brief from the Equestrian Inquirer. Back to you, Dusty Cat."
Twilight, come out of that book! I know you're in there. Twilight, where are you? I know you're in, well, maybe she's not in this one. But anyway, make the books that you have look deep in the books, because I'm sure Twilight's stuck in there somewhere. So,
we
yeah.
have to go derper.
We have to go derper to find Twilight. She's stuck in a book
Oh my goodness.
right now. And we have to find her before season 5, or we're in trouble.
Amazing.
Yes, we're in trouble. So Joe Stevens live from the desk in Ponyville. Each week here on Stay Brony, my friends. And we're back with Heidi to talk more about theater, things like that. We've only got a little bit of time left, so you know what, Screwball? Bring him like a fire hose. Bring him in.
Like a fire hose?
Yeah, bring him like a fire hose. Keep coming.
I've heard that saying before. Okay.
Spray me with your questions.
Let's see. This one's from Whoalicious. Heidi, what other musical do you think ponies could be integrated into?
Ooh, oh my gosh, you could parody any musical with ponies. Oh my gosh. You could do an amazing pony hairspray.
Oh yeah, that'd be funny.
Can't you see the wigs on ponies? Pony dancing. You could totally do. You could do Charlie and the Chocolate Factory
with ponies.
With ponies.
Yeah.
You could do. Gosh.
Bon would be Willy Wonka.
I'd like to see an Oklahoma with the Applejack family.
Oh yeah, with the apples. That'd be funny.
I would like to see.
Appaloosa, where the wind comes screaming down the plain.
Oh my gosh, Appaloosa! Exclamation mark! I think we have a winner.
I like that. Then that's what I love about these characters, that there's so many characteristics to even just.
You can do almost anything with them.
That you can make them any other character you want.
Yeah.
Totally, I love parody, and they're rife for parody.
Right.
Pinkie is best Wonka. I'm just gonna say.
Pinkie.
Yes.
You know what? It's either Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie would be Willy Wonka, or Bon would be Willy Wonka. Right? Because she's the candy maker. Right?
Oh, I could see what is it? Diamond Tiara being silver spoon. Is that her name? Yeah. To be what's that?
Veruca Salt.
Grouchy. Yeah.
Veruca Salt.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Diamond Tiara would be Veruca Salt.
Hasn't anyone done this yet?
Yeah. What is your problem, Bronies? Come on.
I don't know if I gotta YouTube this or something. I gotta find this.
Yeah. Let's make this happen.
And the little pudgy kid that they brought in like season 3 would be like, Augustus Gloop.
Oh yeah, and that would
right.
obviously
No, you gotta use that little child pony. You see him sometimes
right?
wearing the fez and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he would be Augustus, right? And let's see, who'd be Mike TV?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Who likes Buttons?
Buttons could be Mike TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good call.
Good call there. Yeah. Okay. And then who are we missing?
Veruca Salt.
No, that was Diamond Tiara.
Oh right.
Diamond Tiara.
Then the Blueberry Girl.
The Blueberry Girl. That was Veruca.
Violet.
No, Violet Bogart. Violet would be Silver Spoon.
Yeah, those
Silver
two
Spoon.
girls would have to be those two.
Yeah, Silver Spoon. And then who would be Charlie?
Oh, that is tricky.
Charlie.
I know it's breaking genders, but maybe Apple Bloom or one of the Cutie Mark Crusaders.
Totally, it would be a Cutie Mark Crusader, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you know what? It could be Apple Bloom because Apple Bloom has wanted to try to make Zap Apple Jam.
I can see that.
Right?
Yeah.
So it could be Apple Bloom.
Oh, I love this.
I'm in it. I'm all wrapped up in it now. And on top of that, Granny Smith could be Grandpa.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect.
That's
right?
perfect.
I think this has to happen.
I'm on a roll here.
We require one.
I'm on a roll.
We need to write this script.
I got a writer. I got ideas. Let's make it happen.
Sweet.
Sweet. Next.
I'm actually so pumped. I don't know why. Let's see. Yeah. So this one is from, I don't know if this was asked yet, right? This one's from RBZ for Heidi. How many hours of auditioning rehearsals did you have to do to make this musical possible?
Oh my gosh. Well, this is the second version of it, so we've spent pretty much the entire year making it happen, but auditions both times took about 3 full days, from like 10 a.m. until 7 p.m.
Wow.
And then rehearsals for this version, it was, I think, about a month and a half, 6 days a week, 5 or 6 hours a day. So
Woof.
Lots of time to make puppets sing and ponies dance, but totally worth it and such a blast.
You know what? I just want to touch the Rainbow Dash puppet once in my life.
Oh, we are gonna have to make that like photo op happen.
Yes, I would love to. That's just awesome.
Oh, like actually from Wholicious, he wants to know, Heidi, any chance in the cast and puppets visiting a few conventions next year?
Oh, we would love for that to happen, and we're gonna try our best to make it so. I can't make promises just because of finances, but like we would love to make that happen.
I mean, just for just to pump the musical, and you guys are just down the bay. Why don't you could just come up to BabsCon just to show off the puppets and show off the show.
Yeah,
right. And you could probably sell. You'll have the soundtrack done by then.
Yeah, we will.
You could come up and sell soundtrack albums and show the puppets off and stuff.
I feel pretty urgent about BabsCon. I have we'll be kicking that off, that discussion soon. So hopefully BabsCon next year.
Yes.
At least some of us, because we would love to connect with Brony.
At least you and Tom and Joe.
Yeah, that would be so fun.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, our pony ladies.
Yeah, they would be cool.
They would be amazing.
If you just bring the pony ladies, so you do like one song on stage during like opening, or something like that.
That would be so fun.
That would rock.
Oh my goodness! And I know a live show would be really tough.
No, just bring just one song. It would be
Yeah, like even just one would get people going and wanting to see more.
Yeah, and buy the soundtrack and see the puppets and all that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is our fondest hope.
Fondest hope. I'm in it. Oh yeah. Next.
I support this cause. Let's see. Ooh, actually, this one's from Richard OFR again. To you, Dusty. Have you already played a role in any theater performances?
Have I ever played a role in a theater performance? Yes. I actually played a motorcycle.
Really?
Yes.
I totally.
When I lived in Tulsa, there was a production of Rocky Horror Picture Show, and they had a motorcycle frame and wheels that had no motor in it, and of course the motorcycle has to chase the transvestites around in that right. So basically, I pushed the motorcycle around. So in the playbill, I was listed as motorcycle. So I played an inanimate object in a theater play. Yes, I did.
The best.
Yes. So I did do that. Yes.
I remember back in elementary days, actually playing in a few Christmas plays. One of which I was actually singing for a musical. My problem with theater is remembering things. I have a very bad short-term memory, and being able to remember all my lines and being on a spot somewhere on a stage would be deadly for me. I couldn't remember from performance to performance probably. That's why reading things off a piece of paper is really great for me. I can remember stuff.
Actors' nightmares, right?
Yeah.
That anyone who's been an actor ends up later in life having these nightmares that, like, oh my gosh, I have to run on stage, but I don't remember any of my lines.
Remember anything. Yes.
Yeah, I still have them. I acted as a student up through like college, and then headed into writing and directing and producing more. But like, I still have actors' nightmares.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, what was it? I had a. I'm just zoning out because I was thinking of a nightmare I had the other night. Apparently, I was yelling in my sleep. Okay. So this one is. This is bring out your imagination for this one.
Okay.
So this one's from Silverhoof. If you had to choose between living here in this world with the ability to travel to Equestria as a person or live in Equestria as a pony like it was normal, which would you choose?
Pony like it was normal. Are you kidding?
Pony. Heck yeah. I'd change into a pony. As long as I could still do my blacksmithing, yeah, I'd be a pony. No problem.
I would. I'm trying to think of how I would even pull that off, because I don't know why. At first, I'd have to find a job, and then I'd have to figure out that.
Court jester. Just go up to Celestia and Luna and be the court jester. You're done.
The court jester?
Yeah.
You gonna make me wear that silly hat?
Of course.
Juggle balls? I don't know.
And you know what? With that, we're right up against the end of it. So, the last awesome question of the evening is now in Heidi's hooves. You get to ask me and Screwball anything you'd like.
Ooh, that is an excellent challenge.
Yes.
I will ponder for just a second.
Yes, ponder.
Ponder.
Mm-hmm.
You are stuck on an island.
Oh, these.
You are allowed to bring one pony-related item, be it DVD or toy or game, and you're allowed to bring one other item. What are those two items?
Oh, fudge cakes.
Fudge cakes.
Pony item.
I would bring...
Looking through my darkened room.
I would probably bring a Sherry Bolton Rainbow Dash toy. Yes. So I would have that. That would be my Rainbow Dash. And then my non-pony thing would be... Wow, what would it be? You know what it would be? It would be a big, huge hunting knife. Because I want to eat. And I will find a way to eat with a big, large hunting knife.
Wise and practical. Wise and practical.
Oh, that is wise and practical. Yes, it is. As a matter of fact. So.
Here's me being wise and breaks all the fun.
Do it.
For my item, it would for pony, I would bring my Sombra plushie because, well, it's Sombra.
Sombra.
Because I have a really weird thing for that guy. Then there's and then in terms of non-item, does it have to be fake or real? Like, can it actually be fictional?
Anything.
Okay.
Whatever your imagination
I want a genie lamp so I can wish for 3 wishes and get more items.
Now that is also...
That is also wise and practical, yes.
There you go.
There you go. That's it.
I'll just wish for more genies and then more
And
wishes.
with that...
Nicely done, gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. And that, we're up against the end of the show. There's a couple of things I want to bring up. One is the t-shirt. Everybody knows we have t-shirts out there on redbubble.com. I'll show you them over my shoulder right now, so double check that. Get yourself a shirt, because shirts actually pay for servers. So if you like our show and you want our show to continue, grab yourself a shirt. We'd love to see you wearing them out there at the conventions next year. Second bit is that I've started a new web series called This Old Bike. One of them's already up there on my YouTube channel, Dusty Cat Roads. So check that out. That is fixing the fuel injection on my bike. Right now I'm fixing the electrical system on my bike. That one will go up soon. And then hopefully we'll continue to fix motorcycles so that you guys can see what I actually like to do in my downtime. So we'll continue to do that. And next week, it is exactly next week. It's not 2 weeks. It's next week, because one's a week late because the live stream's a derpitude. So next week, who's it going to be, Screwball?
It's Maud Pie.
Maud Pie, Ingrid Nilsson, will be with us herself to regale us with all her rock poetry.
I'm so excited.
I am so excited.
I'm
not, and she's not really into winning with her poetry, but hopefully.
I did. Oh my god, it's great.
Yes, it's great. It's a rock. But Ingrid will be with us. She's excited to be with us, and we'll be here in a week's time. So be with us then. Thank you all for coming back this week. I know it's an off week, but thank you all for coming back, and we love you all. And with that, everybody say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. We'll catch you next week. Ciao.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We hate to leave you, but we'll be back soon. Good night, sweetheart. Good night. Good night, sweetheart. Good night.